Hey everyone, welcome back. So today's video is going to be a look that I am going to be doing for more mature women. I am going to be making my mom over and showing you a really beautiful summer glow makeup look using all drugstore products. Now this isn't just going to be for mature women, but I'm specifically going to be doing this look on my mom using products that work well for women in her age group and just mature skin in general. So let's just get right on started to the look. Okay, so we have already done her brows, and the first thing I'm going to start off by doing is, and we've already primed her face as well. So I'm going to start off with some foundation, and I'm going to be using the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Foundation in the shade W12. This is a gorgeous foundation for summertime. It gives a very dewy finish, kind of like satin to dewy finish, luminous finish actually to the skin. And if you are older and have drier skin, something like this is going to work really well for you, especially in the summertime, because it's going to look like your skin, but perfected. I'm going to blend this in with the Sigma F80 Flat Top Kabuki brush. I really like this brush. It's the brush that I use to put my foundation on every day. And now since that shade's a little light because she's kind of in between shades, I'm going to mix in a little bit of the W3 Warm same foundation and put it on the perimeter of her face just to kind of give a natural contour look. And then I will take some bronzer and just, that's one thing you can do if you're kind of in between shades and you want to kind of wait to use your darker foundations for summer, but you don't want to buy one. You can mix your foundations, or the other thing you can do is you can just bronze up your face with the bronzer. So I'm putting the darker shade on the outside of her face and the lighter shade on the inside. Okay, now we're going to go in with some concealer, and I'm going to use the NYX HD concealer in the shade Fair. I really like this concealer. It's an inexpensive option, and it really conceals quite well. She doesn't have too much darkness, so there's not really a need for a corrector here. I'm just going to do the concealer. I'm also going to use this concealer as a highlighter and just take it down the bridge of her nose here, a little bit above the eyebrows, a little bit down here, her chin, tops of the cheekbones. And then I'm going to blend all that in with just a beauty blender here. Alright, now we're going to take a little bit of cream contour here. This is the Sonia Kashuk Cream Bronzer. I love this stuff. It works perfect for that creamy summer bronze, and it's kind of like the Chanel Soleil de Tan, but a much more affordable option. And we are in the shade Warm Tan. And I'm just going to take a e.l.f. small stippling brush and dip that into the product and then do her contour here. We're sticking with all cream products because if you have drier, older skin, cream just works really, really well. It doesn't cling to any dry patches, and it just keeps this look really nice and dewy and fresh. The nice thing about a cream bronzer too, it just blends in really well and just kind of mimics like a tan. Not that a powder bronzer doesn't, but if you're really going for that dewy look, this just really works well. And this particular one, it's so creamy and blendable, and it's so affordable. I would definitely recommend this cream bronzer. Tickle, 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 tickle. Now I'm going to set this look with the L'Oreal True Match pressed powder here in Warm W2. I'm actually going to use the sponge applicator that comes with it and just press the product into her skin here. We're just going to set this look a little bit. I don't want to take away from the dewiness, but since she has bangs, setting your forehead's going to help prevent your bangs from getting greasy sitting on your forehead. So we're going to set that. We're going to set her nose a little bit because she has combo skin. So we're just going to stick to the T-zone here, kind of avoiding the whole eye area because powder underneath her eyes is going to cause her to have a very wrinkly situation. Okay, now we're going to move on to her cheeks, and I'm going to bronze up her cheeks and do a very bronzy, glowy look with this amazing blush by NYX called Terracotta. It's just absolutely stunning. It is very similar to the NARS Luster Blush, and I'm going to be applying that using the Sigma Large Angled Contour here, number F80. And I'm just going to start on the apples of her cheeks here and just kind of blend backwards. Just gives a very rosy, luminous type glow to the skin. Now before we move on, I want to set her whole face and just kind of bring the radiance back to it. I'm just going to spray a little bit of Max Fix Plus here because we're really going for just summer dewy glow. Okay, moving on to the eyes. I'm going to prime her eyes with the NYX Jumbo Pencil here in Milk. And we're just going to draw it on and blend it out with my finger. If you hear kids screaming in the background, Grandpa is babysitting. All right, we are going to do a very simple, easy, quick eye look. And we're going to start out with the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow here in the shade Iced Latte. It's a very creamy, pressed pigment type of shadow, just a very pretty, buttery, champagne color. All right, the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to take this Real Technique shading brush with that product, and I am just going to put this on the inner third of her eye here and focus on the inner corner, just keeping it light and bright. Open. I'm going to put a little bit on the lower lash line, about a third of the way in as well. Okay, now I'm going to be taking the Amber Rush Infallible eyeshadow, just a really pretty, almost coppery golden bronze shade, very similar to MAC's Tan pigment. And I'm going to take this flat shader brush here, number E60 from Sigma, and put that into my product. And I am going to press this pigment all over her lid. I call it a pigment, but it's like a pressed pigment. It is an eyeshadow, but because of the consistency, it reminds me of like a pressed pigment, but it's very easy to blend. So I'm going to make sure to get this all the way into her lower lash line here, and then blend it up towards the crease. Now to blend all that out and create a little bit of dimension in the crease, I'm going to be taking one of my favorite matte eyeshadow quads from the drugstore, and it's by Physicians Formula. It looks like this, and it is in the shade called Classic Nudes. And I'm going to be taking probably a mixture here of both of these shades to kind of I like to create my own new unique shade, and then focus this deeper color in the outer corner. So I'm going to be taking the Sigma Small Tapered Blending Brush number E45 and dipping it in either one of these shades here, and depending on your skin shade, and just putting this in her crease, blending it back and forth to create a little bit of dimension and to blend out any harsh edges. And lastly, I'm just going to use this little applicator that comes with it and take this matte cream shade and just highlight her brow bone just a little bit here. Okay, time to line the lashes. I'm going to take this Milani Liquid Eye Liner in this shade, let's see what this is called, Brown. It's just a really creamy brown, and look at that, it needs to be sharpened. Definitely would recommend taking a sharp eyeliner and not a dull eyeliner to someone's eye, unless you just recently had an argument and you want to leave them a little surprise. This brown is kind of like a milk chocolate brown, and it has a little bit of almost like a bronzy sheen to it, just really pretty for that summer glow here. Now open up, and I'm actually going to also line her upper lash line here, just right underneath. I want to make sure that there's no gaps. I'm also going to take this brown just a little bit, about halfway under her eye here. I don't want to take it all the way in because that'll really close off the eye. And since she has small eyes, we want to only take it in about maybe halfway to 3/4 to meet where we put that bright lighter shade. Now I'm going to throw a little bit of the Rimmel Scandalize in Nude pencil on her lower waterline here. If you have small eyes, this is a trick to make them look bigger. And it's just going to give you that bright, wide-eyed look. And now I'm going to throw on a little bit of mascara, and we'll be right back. Alright, let's finish off this look with a little bit of this NYX finishing powder. What shade? It's called Just Brighten. And I'm just going to take a big powder brush here. This one's just the Sigma powder brush. Swirl all together. Tap it off. I'm going to line her lips with this really fabulous Prestige lip liner in the shade Poppy. I use this for all of my corally, summer-esque lip shades. Appears that her lips are like the Sahara. Do you know what chapstick is?
Yes.
Then I'm going to take one of my favorite drugstore corals. This is by Milani. It's called Flamingo Pose. It is fabulous. We're going to put a little bit of this on her lips. These lipsticks are so creamy, and they're so opaque, and they're so inexpensive. Everybody, if you have not gone to Milani, I think I just colored your tooth. If you have not, smush them together, gone to like Walgreens, or if your Target sells them, you need to go there and check out these lipsticks because they are nothing short of fabulous. And then because her lips are like screaming for moisture, we're going to throw a little bit of NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Peach Cobbler. Love this one for summer. Love these butter glosses. We're just going to throw a little bit of this on there. Okay, smush them together. That's gorgeous. Just because we can, and because I have this other product I want to use, I'm going to put a little of this NYX Born to Glow Liquid Illuminator just on the tops of her cheekbones. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, a very bronzy, glowy, beautiful summer look for older skin. But you know what? Even if you are 20, you can still rock this look. These are just products that work really well for drier skin and on her skin in particular.
And so, as my grandson would say, ooh la la.
This is it. Let me know it below if you guys enjoyed this, and if you would like to see more tutorials with my mom, or just featuring different models, different looks. Actually, let me know down below what you want to see for some upcoming looks, because I know we're heading into summer and I'm planning on doing some glowy stuff, but let me know in particular. This look, of course, features all drugstore products, which are fabulous and affordable. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this. Subscribe if you haven't yet subscribed, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye. You didn't say bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye.